Alright, I got a KitchenAid. I got a 6 quart and a 5 quart. I guess it was asked about replacing gears. So I guess this is a common problem with these particular mixers, which is actually a fairly easy fix and cheap fix. I'll show you a quick disassemble. I got everything apart on that one, and I'll walk through it so you can see what it looks like. These gears you can get as in a kit. It comes with a new snap ring, which you're going to need it because you destroy the snap ring when you take it off. I noticed another thing with this one here. Let me get this one apart so I can show you, and then I'll go back and I'll point something out on that one there. So in the back here, there's a screw. You take out that screw, and this ring comes off. Okay, when you get that ring off, you got 2 screws here, and you got 2 screws over here, and then the whole top will pop off. Okay, this is the gearbox. You have one here, one here, one here, and one here. Phillips screwdriver. Phillips. This might come off a little on the tough side. You may have to put a screwdriver in here and just give it a little turn to get it to pop off. So that's what it looks like inside. It's pretty gnarly looking. So, like I said, this has already been apart, so it makes it a little bit easier for it to slide apart. So you're going to have to put a screwdriver in here and pop up this shaft, put the gear on it. Okay. There's your problem gear right there. Which, actually, if you think about it, it's actually good that it buzzes off this gear because then it doesn't break nothing else. It's an easy, cheap fix. So if you got one of these, don't just sell it for dirt cheap. Just buy a $10 gear and take a few minutes, take about an hour, and take it apart and clean it up and put it back together. So they're at that snap ring. That snap ring goes right here. Okay. And like I said, you will destroy getting it off. My snap ring pliers aren't the greatest. These are snap ring pliers. What you do is the little ends go in the snap ring to open it up. The holes in the original snap ring are actually a lot smaller than a normal snap ring. So that's why they give you another snap ring, because you probably destroy it getting it off, which I did. So that snap ring is right here. And once you get that snap ring off the shaft, this is your main shaft that goes down to your blender. This top gear will slide off. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, there's a pin here. This pin will slide right out. So if you slide that pin out, now this shaft will slide out. The shaft is connected to the bottom. So there's your problem gear, as you can see. Get that up. See, I got no teeth left on it. So that's your problem gear. There's your new gear. Now this whole shaft and everything will slide right out, and that's your main mixer. Okay, now what I have to do is I gotta completely disassemble this, and I gotta clean this out because of all those metal shavings that are in there. So you got on the circuit board, you got a screw here, and you got a screw here, and then on the motor, you got a screw back here, and you got a screw over here. The motor and the circuit board will come off, but it is connected. It's connected with the white and black wire. And if you look on the circuit board, you got your hard to see it, but it says neutral on your, and then your line. Your neutral is your white, your line is your black. So those are your lines there. Now you got to take, there's one there, and one there. Take those off. Okay, and the whole head will come off. And what you have to do, to give you enough room, you can pop the wires out. The wires will pop right out. And then you can go ahead and you can get it all cleaned out. Now, one thing that I noticed on this white one, that on the black one, or on the gray one here, is okay. All the way down inside there, inside that case, let's see if I can get both these set up here so you can see them. Alright, down inside that case, where the end of that shaft goes, right down there where the end of that shaft goes, that shaft right there. Alright, looks like it's all nice and clean there. That one's all gooey, but it looks smaller. That hole looks smaller than that hole, as you can see. It looks a hell of a lot bigger, doesn't it? I noticed this. This is the shaft bearing is supposed to be in the end of that case. So make sure on your blender that that bearing is in that case, because if that bearing is not in that case, that allows this whole shaft to move. It allows it to move, and that's what gives you the deflection in here, and that will also wear out this gear. This gear is being worn out because people are using the blender, the attachments for noodles and stuff like that, and that gear just can't handle it, is what it is. Which is a very good design. So like I said, all it's going to replace, all you got to replace is just that gear, and that's it. So I'll get these two cleaned up and ready to go, and then when I start putting them back together, I will do a video of putting it all back together.